Hey guys, Axel here again. Today, this is part 1 of a tutorial series that you guys wanted me to do. And today, we're gonna be basically focusing on the camera and our character. Let's get started. So obviously, in first step in making a realistic horror game is making our character realistic. So to do that, I'm just gonna add two simple scripts. So first is a local script inside of starter character scripts. So just do that and paste this in. So basically what this would do is it would make like sort of your arm and your head follow like your mouse slash your camera. Next is adding a script inside of server script service and paste this in. So basically this makes it so that other people can also see where you're pointing. And to make this work is go into replicated storage and then add in a remote event just like this. And also make sure to call the remote event look. So now and also our game will be in R6 because like come on, who the hell uses R15? Okay, so we're gonna call this arm. Oh wait, not that. Arm move. So what this is basically gonna do, okay wait. So first let's insert in a tool, and basically when we grab this we can like point this on anywhere. So like let's say we want to point this upwards or downwards, or yeah, anywhere. It also works in third person, but our game will be on first person, so we don't really need to worry much about third person. So yeah, so next is our camera. Since again we want our game to be realistic, we also want our camera to move realistically. So to do that, just insert in another local script and paste this script in. So basically, what this is gonna do is it's gonna make our camera sort of like have a first person look to it. So like, hold on, if I go into first person, as you can see, I can see myself, or specifically my body right here and my arms. Next is camera swaying. Since, as I said earlier, we want our camera to move realistically. So to do that, just paste in this another script right here, which basically based on the direction you're moving your camera or character. So like for example, I move my character to the left. As you can see, my camera rotates or like tilts to the right to compensate for that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But you may have noticed that whenever I'm playtesting, I always, zoom in rather than, automatically being in first person. So to do that, just go into starter player and then set the camera mode to lock first person. So what that's gonna do is basically make our camera lock to first person. So whenever I try to go into third person slash zoom out, it will not work. Our camera will forever lock, or forever will be locked to first person. So yeah, that's pretty epic. Okay, so tools. So since again we want this game to be all dark, actually let's make it dark real quick. It's like clock time to 20. So add this like purple hue to it. Okay, we like brightness to 2. So yeah, as you can see, it's far darker now. So now, to sort of compensate for this darkness, we're gonna be making a simple flashlight. So you can build your own tool, but since I'm lazy, I'm just gonna insert in a mesh so that I don't need to build anything. So to get a mesh, you obviously need to first find one. So to do that, just go into create.roblox.com and then mesh parts. So after you done that, just search for like a mesh you like. So in my case, I'm gonna be using a flashlight. But it can be anything. It can be a lantern, a torch, a lantern torch, I guess. But so yeah, I'm just gonna see what looks good here. This looks nice. This actually looks awesome right here. This is perfect. So to get this, or to get the mesh ID for this, you just need to copy this asset ID here, or click these three dots and then click copy asset ID. So yeah, next is actually making our tool. To do that, just go into workspace and add in a tool, just like that. So we're gonna call this tool flashlight, but as I said earlier, it can be anything. It can be a lantern, a torch, a lamp, or anything. So now, to insert a mesh, go into meshes and then just paste in your mesh ID. Okay, so it loaded, and this seems to be like really big, so I'm just gonna scale this down real quick. Okay, so after you've done sort of like resizing your mesh to your liking, I also recommend disabling the anchor and then the can collide right here, so that it won't fuck up anything. Okay, so now to actually use this flashlight as a flashlight, make sure to name this to handle, or like name the mesh to handle. Make sure it's spelled like this, or else it will not work. And since this is a flashlight, I'm gonna add a spotlight to it, so that it has light, or it creates light. What the hell? Okay, for some reason I'm lagging, kind of half lagging, probably just funky stuff. But as you can see, you can change the range of this spotlight. I'm gonna make mine 25, so it's not super overpowered. The next, make the parent of this handle uh, into tool. First, we need to find parent. Where's that? There we go. Just put that there. So now, for this to automatically appear in like the player's inventory, just make the parent of this tool the starter pack. So to do that, find parent, which is right here, click it, and then click starter pack. So now, when playtesting, as you can see, we have our character right here and our uh, smooth camera movement, and most importantly, our flashlight. Look at that, absolute peak. And also, I recommend using attachment, since as you can see, there's this big dot on our flashlight right now. We don't want that. So to fix that, since in my case this flashlight model kind of sucks, and just remove it from starter pack and set it to workspace again. So now as you can see, you can far clearly see the dot right here. Let me just actually rotate this so that you guys can see it clearer. As you can see, there it is. We don't want that. So to fix that, just add in an attachment right here, and then parent the spotlight to the attachment. So now what you want to do is move this attachment until it doesn't have the funky dot. So I'm just gonna kind of slightly move it right there. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe if I like, there we go. So yeah, so now all you need to do is just put this back again into starter pack, and it should fix your problems. Right. So yeah, look at that. There's none of that like ugly dot in the middle. It's actually a flashlight now. So yeah, this is all for tutorial number 1, or part 1 of making a horror game. So yeah, bye bye.